Let's talk about that weird, unsettling chill you can get from people. Even people you think are your biggest supporters, right when you share some good news. If you've ever felt that, then you know exactly what we're about to get into. We're starting right here because this feeling, it is so specific and it's so physical, isn't it? It's that moment you share something you are genuinely proud of, and before they even say a word, you feel your own body just tighten up. They might even say all the right things, but their voice is just a little thin, their eyes don't really light up, and you feel it. That's the feeling we're going to unpack. So first up, what is this sensation, really? Let's get a handle on it, because I promise you, it is not in your head. It's a very real response to an energetic shift happening in the person right in front of you. Think about it like this. When you share a win, does the other person's energy expand with you? Do they light up? Or do they kind of contract? Do they pull away even just a little, leaving you feeling kind of cold? That feeling, that energetic contraction, that's the entire difference between love and envy right there. Now, this is absolutely crucial to reframe. Envy isn't just someone disliking you or your success. It's an internal pain that they are feeling. Your progress might accidentally highlight their feeling of being stuck. Your joy might touch on their own scarcity. It's their pain, and it's just leaking out sideways onto you. So why does this happen so often to empaths? I mean, what's going on here? It's not because you're bragging or showing off. It's because, whether you mean to or not, you naturally act as a mirror. And let's be honest, sometimes people really don't like the reflection they see. This is really the empath's superpower, and also kind of their burden. You are just wired to feel the gap between someone saying, "Oh, I'm so happy for you," while their energy feels spiky or cold. That mismatch, that gap between their words and their actual feeling, that's what creates that sinking feeling in your stomach. So here's the first trigger. If you're someone who is just, well, real, not perfect, but just authentic, it can be deeply unsettling for a person who's built their whole life around performing, around managing how they're perceived. Your simple realness can feel like an unconscious judgment on their performance. And here's the second trigger. If you're quietly, steadily doing the work, to heal, to grow, to get better, it can feel like an accusation to someone who is actively avoiding their own life. Your growth highlights their stagnation, not because you're pointing it out, but simply because it exists. And the third one, your warmth. Empaths often give warmth and attention pretty freely, but for someone who's starved for validation, that attention can become something they feel they need to own or control. So the minute you set a boundary or share your warmth with someone else, their reaction isn't just sadness. It's often a sharp, guilt-inducing comment that's designed to pull you right back in. Okay, so we get the feeling and we get the triggers, but how do you spot this in the wild? Let's make this invisible dynamic totally visible. Here are 5 quiet but very, very recognizable signs of envy. All right, let's break these down. Number 1, they're a 5-star friend when you're struggling, but they basically vanish when you're celebrating. Number 2, the compliment with a little needle in it. That's great, just don't get obsessed. It lands like a correction. 3, they chalk up all your hard work to luck or privilege, anything to minimize your effort. 4, you share a win and they immediately have to one-up you with a bigger one. And number 5, you say a simple no and you're met with a wall of silence or sarcasm. Sound familiar? Okay, I want you to actually try this with me right now. Pause and think of one person. Now, picture telling them something you are really genuinely proud of. As you imagine it, does your body feel open and expansive, or does it brace for impact? That physical sensation, it matters so much more than any words they might say. Your body keeps the receipt. Recognizing the pattern, that's huge. That's the first step. But now, what do you do about it? Let's talk about how to respond with clarity and protect your energy without blowing things up. This right here, this is the foundational role. This is everything. Your reflex might be to shrink, right? To downplay your success, maybe even apologize for being happy. But that's not humility. That's a learned safety behavior. And your goal here is self-preservation, not self-erasure. So here's a really practical script. When someone tries to minimize your achievement with a comment like, "Ugh, must be nice," your response can be a short, simple truth. It took effort. And then silence. You don't defend it, you don't explain, you just state the reality, and you step out of their game. And here's another one for you. If they try to rain on your parade, you can reclaim it. I'm allowed to feel proud. See the structure again? It's just a simple truth followed by silence. You are refusing to accept their frame that your joy is something you need to apologize for. So let's put it all together into a clear, simple strategy. Step 1. Share your good news with people who have proven they can hold it safely first. Fill your own cup before you go to a dry well. Step 2. Use those short, truthful scripts we just talked about. Step 3. If the relationship really matters to you, you can test for repair once by calmly stating what you've noticed. And fourth, if their response is just denial or attack, well, you have your answer. You just quietly reduce access. Less intimacy, less personal details. No big drama needed. You know, at the end of the day, this isn't just about managing difficult conversations. It's about making a really profound choice about the kind of connections you want to build in your life. This is such a game changer, especially for empaths. You can understand that someone is in pain. You can have compassion for their struggle. Of course you can. But that compassion does not mean you have to give them unlimited access to you, especially if that access consistently leads to you getting hurt. Distance isn't hatred. It's just a healthy boundary when closeness isn't. And this is a question to really sit with. Sometimes we stay in these dynamics not because they feel good, but because they feel familiar. Especially if we grew up around love that felt a little conditional or tense. Real safety can feel almost boring if you're used to chaos. So what are we actually aiming for? This. This is it. True, healthy support feels like this. It's a warmth that doesn't disappear when you succeed. It's someone who can celebrate your moment without immediately making it about them. It's curiosity over competition. This is what you deserve to cultivate in your life. And we'll end on this powerful idea. I want you to think of this not as a punishment, not as an act of revenge, but as one of the highest forms of self-respect you can practice. Protecting your energy, protecting your joy, it isn't selfish. It's the necessary foundation for everything else you want to build.